Hey, Stav, esteemed guest, Eldest. Got a quick question for you regarding my two best friends and my upcoming wedding. So a little backstory. The three of us used to be extremely close. We actually all own companies in the same industry. Little falling out had happened between the two of them when one had bid some work against another's account. So shit hit the fan. Essentially, a bunch of shit talking had happened, and essentially now they both cannot stand one another. The issue is I'm stuck in the middle. I'm still good friends with both of them, and I was planning on having these two guys as groomsmen in my wedding. Like I said, the issue is they can't stand being around one another. How do I go about approaching these two for, getting along for the wedding? Is it one of those things I just tell them, hey, listen, get your shit figured out before the wedding, or do you not invite one? I don't know where to go with this, so any advice would be appreciated. Thank you, Stav.
That's a tough one.
You make them have a contest. Whoever makes more money in the next month gets the bid, and they get to
That's
be
the way to solve this. More capitalism.
Yes.
I mean, if you want to see what what business does to people, it's like these are friends that are like, fuck you. You fucking, I was going to power wash that fucking middle school. And now you took $200 out of my fucking pocket, you piece of shit. There goes our lifelong friendship.
Yeah. I feel like the two options are they start to patch things up over your wedding, or they hold a grudge against each other forever. So I feel like you can kind of get these guys together to at least be civil and have a truce for the sake of your wedding. Or they're just going to be at each other's throats or fucking hating each other forever, which is, I don't know, seems harmful for both of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think weddings, funerals, those are the big two, maybe to a lesser extent, baptisms or the birth of a kid. These are moments in life that I do think, the first time I talked to my dad in years was my brother's wedding, because it was he's going to be there. It sort of forces, these are big moments in life that force you to check in on these types of things, these petty squabbles, these whatever. And I think the way I would handle it is I would talk to them separately and say, look, I want you guys at my fucking wedding. Can you, what I would love is for you to sit down, as a favor to me, because sometimes all people need is a little nudge, and so much of this is pride.
You don't need to give me a gift if you do this.
Yeah, but you just make them feel like you're forcing their hand a little bit, because they want to do it, right? They just have to be like, oh, fuck that asshole, I would never do it. And it's okay, for me, just talk to him. That's all I ask, right? You don't.
They're both looking for an excuse to back down.
A lot of the times, people are looking for excuses to back down, right? So I would say, sit them down and be like, hey. For me, I would really appreciate if you guys could get together. Ideally, I would love for you guys to hash things out, or at least be on the road to. And at the very least, I need you to meet up so that at my wedding, I want you to both be groomsmen, and I need you to be civil at this wedding. And if you cannot do that, neither one of you is coming to my fucking wedding. I mean, I think that's it, because they have to decide what's more important: their beef for being at your wedding. And if you can't do that, then you're not a real fucking, you know what I mean? They're not real friends.
So let's have a cup of coffee together, the three of us, and talk for a second and see if that becomes crazy. And if it does, then you're not coming.
I think what happens is it keeps building, and the longer they don't talk, the more they tell themselves the story of why this guy fucked me and how he stole my. And
for sure.
You don't even really probably know the other guy's story, because you haven't you probably just yelled at each other one time and you didn't really have a conversation about really why did you, and So I think what happens is it builds up so much that now we need to have a sit down, and then the sit down is such built up. It's like Thanksgiving dinner, and you're now it's time to. You need to just go play golf or do an activity.
Totally.
Where it's
go
it
for
doesn't
a
have to be
fucking
that
walk.
fucking serious,
Totally.
dude.
Meet
it's
up
just
for
just do something that's I don't know, a sport, or something that's there's an activity going on as well.
I like the sport. I like the idea that it's something where they can talk without making eye contact.
Have them
be
batting cage.
Batting cage.
You know what I mean?
Get out on the baseball.
Take their
Driving
hands
range, smoking a cigar, bullshit stuff where it's you don't the lowest the stakes possible. Yeah.
Have them play cornhole on the same team, so they're on opposite sides of the court, but they're working together.
They gotta yell to conversate.
Hey, nice shot.
Also, I think if your bachelor party, obviously everyone's gonna get fucked up. There might be some. Maybe they could just get it out of their system on the bachelor party and beat the shit out of each other.
Sure, that would be kind of fun. A boxing match.
Yeah. Why don't you use big gloves though? Like the
big
bigger gloves,
big gloves.
The big
or put them in
inflatable
those
gloves.
sumo outfits
Yeah,
and just
yeah,
have them fucking beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah, I mean, I do think that that's how I would approach it anyway. What we just kind of laid out is like you attempt at use this as an excuse to let them back down in a way where they can hold on to their pride.
Yeah.
And then look, at the end of the day, if they're going to be dickheads about it, and here's the other thing, it could be kind of a King Solomon's baby thing where it's like, if one of them's like, you know what?
We'll split
I don't like this guy.
The
like,
Best Buy parking lot snowplow job in half.
Yeah. but if one guy is like, I don't want to, but for your wedding, I'll figure it out. And the other guy's like, fuck him and fuck you. Then you know who doesn't get to come to your wedding. Guy. You know what I mean? Like,
you invite that's the guy who wants it. Yeah, that's the guy you can I want winners at my fucking wedding, dude.
That guy doesn't stand down for shit.
Yeah, Never lose an account, dude. Yeah. Fuck that shit.
This is why you got the deal, you pussy bitch.
Or the guy who poached it in the first place. He showed initiative.
Yeah, exactly.
You become the average of the 5 people you hang out with the most. I want to be hanging out with him.
That's right. So there you go, buddy. Good luck. Good luck.
Go axe throwing or something with these guys.
Congrats.
So they don't chop each other.
Also, you could also not have a wedding party. Like, don't have best men. I did that. I didn't have a wedding.
You had it streamlined?
Well, my brothers, I guess, were my best men, but I didn't have anyone stand up.
Yeah. Yeah, it just depends. I mean, sometimes your fucking wife really wants.
Because then you don't have to deal with.
I got you, but I think I mean this guy he's just like he wants his friends back.
I know
who've gone over this bullshit. I actually do think weddings and big life events. I think that's the time to cash in some of those chips.
Yes,
that's more important than fucking. You can buy plates. You can't get your friends back together. You can't get your estranged family members back together. Like it is a good time to do this kind of shit.
I'm curious what this business is that all 3 of them wound up in it.
Yeah, that is.
They sell Molly to teenagers.
Bro, you tried to move in on my under 18 night.
I hate Mister at this gas station. You know how much Mad Dog you fucking stole from me?
Yeah, this is never like this kind of like message is never like titans of industry.
Totally.
It's not. Yeah. But
that is true. I would love to know what it is, but whatever. Fuck them.
Yeah, we find out it's like Bezos, Elon Musk.